Hacking has always been a part of Bloxd.io. These days you can go to literally any server and find at least a couple auto-clickers and maybe even a kill aura. But this video isn't about those types of hackers, it's about a fairly popular closet cheater. One of the fastest growing YouTubers in the Bloxd community right now. He streams post clips and many players look at for a benchmark of what top level UHC and whole PvP actually looks like in this community. And that's why this matters. When someone is at that level, is widely believed to be both legitimate and good, it directly impacts every other competitive player in the community who is playing legitimately. Over time I have noticed patterns and inconsistencies in L9's gameplay of things that are inhuman and realistically should be impossible. This isn't a normal debunking. This case has been over 2 months of work put behind it, and in this video I am going to show everything I've gathered on L9 up to this point. Here we have a clip of L9 playing UHC. Keep in mind that this is slowed down to 0.0125 speed. So in the 60 FPS recording, every single time you see the screen refresh, that means 16 milliseconds in real time has went by. Keep in mind that Bloxd also runs at a clean 30 ticks per second, so a tick is 32 milliseconds or 2 frames. So I have actually gotten this confirmed by admins themselves. As you may have noticed me pointing out earlier in this clip is a certain net spike. Here's what happened. He swapped to his net and then to a spike in 2 frames. The same frame he swapped to his net and spike the net were both placed. Likely the net was placed milliseconds before he swapped to the spike. Like as I said before, each one of these frames represents 16 milliseconds. In perspective, that is 1/60th of a second. And no, this is not a cherry-picked clip. I have went through over around 15 clips in multiple different videos from L9. They all show the exact same outcome, net spike in 32 milliseconds. Performing a net spike requires 4 actions: swap to a net, place a net, swap to a spike, and place a spike. The average player does that in around 250 to 300 milliseconds, and most pros sit around 150 to 200. Me specifically, I can do it in around 132 milliseconds. Actually, let's do a little test. When the screen turns green, I want you to pause the video. Did you get it? I doubt you did. Well, that's 32 milliseconds, exactly how long it takes L9 to do the 4 actions. And I repeat myself, this is not cherry-picked. Doing these 4 actions that quickly isn't just game-breaking, it is humanly impossible without some form of automation. I've looked at around 15 of his net spikes, and this is the same case for all of those moments. I'd bet that if I looked at more, this pattern will continue to show up, ranging from as late as October 2025, which brings us to our next point. Actually, L9 had a slower net spike rate towards more than the 200 milliseconds to the 300 milliseconds for any video beyond this point. The video gap between this and this is 10 days, by the way. He went from 300 millisecond net spikes to 32 millisecond net spikes in 10 days. For perspective, it took me 1.5 years to get as low as 132. A lot of people have accused L9 of using momentum hacks. From the specific video, I1v1, it's 2-block. Now this is because whenever he pulls out his pickaxe to break something, it is always no matter what at maximum momentum speed. Now after confronting him myself on this, he said it's a glitch where you break a block in a while, max momentum, sleep in a bed. I tried this myself and it never worked. He then claimed it's patched. It sometimes works now, though, which I found it clearly doesn't. Which I find odd, because If he did sleep in the bed anyway, he probably would have arrested effect, but with that isn't legitimate proof that the glitch doesn't exist, although it is highly unlikely that such a glitch isn't a thing. To build off of that, in this video you can also clearly see that he instantly breaks blocks with the setup of a Moonstone pickaxe with speed 3 and momentum 2. Here you can see me testing the exact same setup in my own world, and it does in fact not instantly break blocks. After confronted him on this, he said it's a multi-tool glitch. It doesn't seem well thought through though, does it? A few months ago there was a post on L9's channel of a video that looked somewhat like this. Blatant aimbot. Now sure, there might be people defending him. I mean, his excuse is pretty lame, being someone used hacks on my account and posted it on YouTube, which is by far the dumbest excuse I've ever seen. But besides that, there's still a couple people who might say, oh, he just has a good aim, except he doesn't. And here's how you prove this is aimbot and not good aim. Aimbot in so many games will center the crosshair on one specific spot. As you can see here, it is roughly the center of the head for L9 Meow. But that's not good enough proof. Here's the real piece of evidence. When he walks straight under the player, his screen flicks because of one reason. While directly under a player, your client wants to keep the crosshair centered on that one spot. As I said from earlier, it never leaves that spot. So when you walk underneath him while looking directly up, what's going to happen? It's going to turn around immediately so it can center on that spot again. This is not what humans do. If you still don't believe me with all the proof I've provided so far with the inhuman swaps, the aimbot-like behavior, and the impossible break speed, well, here's the final blow. A month ago or so, I was playing Survival 1. A player kept saying stuff like XP. I hacked L9. I didn't really believe him at first until he actually got on L9's account. I know for sure this is L9's account because he TP'd me to the base, the same exact base in the videos, and the same account name, the same protectors. After this I asked a question, did you hack L9 because he pasted hacks into console? Which is reasonable, because if you ever played around with console before, like hack it and block it, kinda like my friends, you would notice this message. He actually replied with yes, and I actually got this screenshot of L9's messages with this guy, which we can prove that he pasted these hacks into console because the hacker got a hold of his account. After confronting him on this, he told me he was never hacked, but after watching a live stream, he admits to being hacked on live. He's trying to hide something, isn't he? So L9 is well aware that pasting this hacked client into console got him hacked, doesn't want to openly admit it because he knows this information can be used against him. If you want to see for yourself, go to 47 minutes and 30 seconds of Bloxd live stream 9. But after this, he might take it down, so maybe go check for yourself right now. After further discussion with the hack creator, I learned that this hack contains auto net spike and a break speed hack that explains everything from earlier. The aimbot was likely used from a different client, but so far, here's all the proof we gathered. He consistently hits net spikes at 32 ms 15 out of 15 times, which lines up with the net spike hack that we've recently learned about. Not only does he start with a max momentum break speed once he starts breaking blocks, but is actually a lot faster than what is possible. With that, we can also prove that he 100% used hacks in the past with the aimbot, and finally that he is willing to use clients that this guy has DM'd him. Now people may argue, oh, he showed his extensions on stream. He couldn't be hacking, he doesn't have Tamper Monkey, but that's not what matters. From what I've heard from the hack creator himself, all you need to do is press F12 and paste the code into console, just like Blookit. Which makes sense because in every stream and every video he has Bloxd already set up. He never reloads once.